I'm a shitty golfer, you can ask my wife. I've been out there hacking every day of my life. I got the shorts and all the plaid sweaters. That new tailor-made driver didn't make me any better. Man, I hit them fat and I hit them thin. I roll them in the bunkers, man, I hit them again. Slice them in the bushes, crank them in the creek. I pop that sucker up and hook it out in the street, yeah.
Aloha and hello out there, everybody. What's going on? This is Miho from the Too Close to Call podcast series. We appreciate you listening out there on the Shankapotamus podcast.
I'm Pags, and I like to shank golf balls. Shank it right, shank it left.
How's your golf game been here these past couple of weeks?
I played once, and there was a lot of inconsistency, and I foresee that in my future of playing golf this summer.
I like it. I came across a sand wedge that is now mine, and I didn't have one before, so oh yeah, go me.
That's always a good find.
So for a guy who shoots in the mid to high 80s, not having an 8-iron or a sand wedge in his bag, I feel like that's pretty good, Pags.
No doubt. I have a sand wedge, and I shoot in the upper 90s, 100s. So,
well, if you're not at the beach out there on the course, you don't need the club, so not a big deal. You know, I don't spend a lot of time in the bunkers, so.
I have straight anxiety every time that ball goes into the bunker. I'm like, oh, God, all right, I got to hit it like a dollar bill length away, and it always comes right back to me. Or I hit the top of it, and it just flies.
Oh, my gosh. That's the fun one where you just see all the sand come out, no ball, and then the guy just starts swinging again, and you're like, oh, good, good.
Every now and then, I'd say like every seventh shot out of the sand is a good one.
That's a good ratio. You can live with that.
You got to work on it.
A guy who was not in the sand was Patrick Cantlay, who took home the Memorial Tournament with an 8-under on Sunday, man, to charge ahead and win this thing from Adam Scott.
Yeah, man, minus 19 over 4 days is impressive. And it seemed like everybody was kind of shooting in the upper double digits almost. If you wanted to be in top 7, 8 there, you had to be in double digits under par. That's a tough thing to keep going.
Cantlay was 11 under through 3 days, so he was hanging in there. But then with an 8 under, he was tied with Matsuyama, who finished 6th coming into the day and ends up winning the damn thing. So that's got to be a hell of a feeling, Pax, to be coming down on a Sunday course, just knowing you're locked in, throwing darts to these greens. What do you think's going through his head when he's out there on like 10, 11, 12 at 4 or 5 under going, holy shit, I may win this thing, but I am locked in. Do you think it's nerves or excitement? Where would your head be?
I just think you're just locked in, and I know I'm going to be a top 10 finisher. Let's not screw this thing up and keep rolling. Whatever the caddy tells me, I'm going to do, and hopefully it just sticks. And once it keeps sticking, you're like, all right, let's go and win this thing.
Because he wasn't in the final group, so he wasn't the last guy out there. So setting the pace a little bit, I think that's a little bit easier sometimes mentally when you find yourself in a groove to just continue and be like, listen, these other guys behind me are going to get into a groove too, so you can't lay off the gas. You just continue to kind of press in those flags. And with the 18th hole there, Pags, if you were watching, being totally uphill, the shot shape that the course called for was a fade. However, the flag was in the part of the green where you needed to hit a little bit of a draw. So it was really difficult for these guys to get close and make some low scores on 18 coming in. So this was not over until you were finished.
In my game, when you say fade, I'm like, okay, so I just got to hit it straight at this way. Hopefully it comes to the right a little bit here or a little bit to the left. I wonder what I would shoot if I came out on a Thursday to a Sunday and see what I would shoot. Probably a plus
50?
38.
I'd say 120s, man, with these real courses and real rules trying to putt out, dude. We'd have so many like 5 putts because we would just lip everything out that's from like 3 feet away.
I would be like, all right, this ball's behind a tree. Can I move it to the left here a little bit?
I would do the Phil Mickelson go get it before it falls off the green at least twice. in these holes and be like, "No, it's cool. I know it's a penalty. They can't wait for me. It's not a big deal."
Yeah. I'm just going to pick up here. Give me whatever you see appropriate.
But Rory McIlroy smoked a fan the one day. I think it was Saturday, dude. Holy moly. Hit him in his head. He was down, kind of woozy. Obviously he goes over, signs a glove, gives him the ball. I think the guy ended up being okay, but some of those things are just like, holy cow. You get these old timers sitting close to the fairway, and it's like, dude, you are in the splash zone, my man.
Get out of the way. It's almost like what we were talking about with baseball being unsafe. Golf, man, you have no cover. Unless you're like by a tree, you have literally no cover. And I don't know if a glove and a signature will make your head feel any better with that freaking golf ball sized lump you're about to have on your head.
I don't know if that's paying for the medical bill at the local hospital.
Thanks for letting me use your face and putting it back in the fairway, buddy. Here's a glove.
Members bounce. Have yourself a ball.
I would just be like, thanks for the glove. I'm going to send you a bill, Rory. You can take care of that as well.
Yeah, I'm going to tweet you my invoice. Go ahead and write me a Venmo.
Oh, man.
But hey, special edition here of the Shankapotamus Pod Pags. We are talking LPGA Tour as well. We got the ladies on the pod.
Now, the winner here, she has a 6 at the end of her name. That has to be a typo, right?
I was thinking the same thing, Pags. Watching this, flicking to it on Sunday, watching them come down the back 9. It was, I'm going to butcher this, Jung Lee, 6. And we were thinking is that a G? Is it silent? What is that? And then I believe it was Joe Buck who came on and said, in Korea, coming on the tours where they qualify and register and all of those types of actions, there are so many individuals with the same name or same initials that they have started putting numbers on the end of them so they can keep track of exactly who is who. It's like when you went to college, Bags, and you got your email where it's KCM and then I'm 211 because I'm the second one with those initials in the class of 11. It's just insane to think about that they have to do it on the national televised Ladies U.S. Open.
That is crazy. And as I'm scrolling through the leaderboard here, I see about 9 Lees. So I completely understand where they're coming from. I see one here throws the middle name in there, so she must have got out of having to throw a number on the end of hers.
Can't believe it. Obviously, I was rooting for a Miss Lexi Thompson, the American who was in the running. She actually had the lead going into the final day, but finished with a +2, and that allowed Miss Lee at -1 to take it with 2 strokes, and I think she finished with a bogey on 18 as well, so it wasn't that close coming in.
Make sure you are properly saying Miss Lee6.
Miss Lee6, that's right. We need to make sure we talk about which exact one it was. But
yes.
To wrap up the pod here, dude, did you see Mother Nature make an appearance at the LPGA Tour as well?
You had sent something to me over the weekend, and I checked it out. That was absolutely crazy. And for them to capture that on TV with that lightning striking the freaking tree, it looked like end of days kind of shit there.
They had everybody out because the weather wasn't good, thank goodness, but obviously the cameras remain, and they're still rolling. And coming up on 18, there's this huge tree by the green, and Thor just made his presence known and threw a lightning bolt right through this thing, and you could see it go all the way down to the ground, and it's coring in slow-mo. It's just insane how, like, this fire, it's literally just a fire strike that just comes down and then just disappears. And it's like, what the hell just happened?
Dude, it was crazy. It's like you try to, like, implement that in, like, special effects on a movie, and seeing it in real life, it's like, holy crap.
That's what Thor throws at people in the Avengers, and it's like, on this tree, ba-bam! Like, oh,
I call
man.
BS if anybody survives that crap.
That's it. From now on, we know you're not making it out of there.
It's like in The Other Guys when the building blows up, and he goes, when the Millennium Falcon was flying away from the Death Star, I call bullshit.
I was bleeding. There's no way I don't have internal bleeding.
Oh,
Medic! One last tidbit, though. Congrats to the ladies and the women, because the winner, Miss Lee6, brought home a $1 million paycheck for the first time in the LPGA. That's kind of a big deal. They hit the 7-figure mark for a winner.
That's pretty cool. I'm glad to see that. I know that a lot of them complain about the difference between the males and the females. It's good to see them pulling in 7 figures. That's a cool thing for that girl to be like, hey, I pulled in 7 figures this weekend for winning a golf tournament. That's pretty cool.
I was the first one to win $1 million, but I don't know, Pegs. I was watching, and there were not a lot of fans in attendance, and this was the leader and final groups coming up 18, dude, and you could get anywhere you wanted, any seat in the house, and my father and I both commented on it that, wow, look at that. On CBS, it's packed, and over here, there's not a ton of people. I hope they got good ratings on TV. I haven't seen that or whatnot, but the sponsors are clearly picking up some slack and paying out a little bit more. And like you said, good for them, man. I got no problem whatsoever. Make that money, baby. Secure the bag.
Hey, it's good for your long-term game when your daughter's out there.
That's exactly right.
Game winner.
In what, like 12 years from now or something like
Yeah.
that? So no expectations or pressure, though, whatsoever. But.
Yeah, come on. Get the clubs in her hand now. Well, that's it, guys. We appreciate all you guys do. And all you golf fanatics out there, can continue to share it with your friends. Listen to it on the course or while you're on the driving range getting ready to hit the greens on a Saturday morning. Continue to share us on all the social media platforms out there. We appreciate all you do. And we will come back at you next weekend with the next tournament. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Yeah, I'm 245, right down the middle, and I'm Mr. Green to the left, just a little. Chili dip a wedge and put it all together. Hit that son of a bitch right up there in the leather. If you call that good, and let me press on the side, you can put me down for a 5.